Well, man. All right. So I just started using this lobby opening that plays music. And before, whenever I would have the screen up that says stream waiting, usually when the timer's up, I just have to turn the screen off and then it goes. And now lately, it keeps disappearing on me. And so I discover like, oh, well, they can see me. So, but hello, good evening, folks, or good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Quincy Kane here, and this is live stream number 90. And this particular stream, I'm going to be playing a few songs for you, but we're also going to be reacting to some drummers. I just love watching a good drummer. We got Chad in the chat. Chad in the chat. Chad, I appreciate you stopping by. Chad asking, would I be interested in being in a Friday block party at all? Let's see here. Which I think Block Party is a stream event that you do. You might have to fill me in a little more on what that is, but I think that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, I'd love to be a part of something like that. I can say sometimes Fridays can be a little tricky for me. I do give music lessons part-time, and so sometimes I have lessons, but I think your streams are typically later in the evening anyway, so it may work out, which, again, I'm East Coast. I'm not sure if you're on East Coast or if you're somewhere else. Hey, Stan, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you. Let's see. Chad says, been a crummy week at work, but today is my Friday. Well, I'm glad things are, yeah, Friday's always a relief, and in this case, Thursday being your Friday, I'm glad you kind of get some relief. Sorry it's been a crummy week, but I hope things turn around. Always hope things turn up. And East Coast, okay, awesome, yeah. Ohio, okay, cool. Yep, I'm in Virginia. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in. Stan, hope you've been doing well. How has your week been? Chad, let me just say, okay, 8 p.m. starts on Fridays. Okay, that would probably be manageable. Yeah, I might have to talk to you more about that, but yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'd be totally down for doing something like that. Chad, just want to say I really appreciate you, man. I mean, I don't know, you have such a love for music, and people need that, like especially like it's nice. I sometimes, as someone who makes music, it's hard to I don't know, it's like you don't know why anyone should care about what you do, and so when you do discover people like you who just love music and are legitimately interested in what you're doing, it's just I don't know, it makes me really grateful, and it's just I don't know. It's very reassuring. I can't find the right words, but yeah, I just really appreciate you. You've been so kind in sharing my music and sharing everyone else's music, on the community page, and so yeah, just thank you so much, Chad. Really appreciate you. Yeah, Stanley, hope you're doing well. Anyone else who's tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. And I'm going to kick things off with just a little instrumental, and then I think we're going to check out some drum covers. I am primarily a guitarist, but I just love watching a good drummer. Like, I don't know. I just love watching, like, drum playthroughs of guys who just totally annihilate a drum kit. And, I do play drums myself, and, I'm not bad. Like, I'm good enough to get my ideas out, but like real drummers who are just like experts at their craft, I just love watching a good drummer. So we're going to check out some drum covers or playthroughs. So while I'm playing this instrumental, leave a suggestion, leave a comment. Are there any drummers I should check out? Any drummers that you're like, this dude's good, you should watch him. Let me know. And yeah, we'll watch him. We'll check him out. But first off, let me kick things off with an instrumental for you guys. Here we go. Hope you like it. Thank you. Not sure what I'm doing taking my headphones off. I'm a little, sorry, getting back into the groove here. All right, let's catch up with the chat, and I think we're going to check out some drum covers in a moment here. Anyone else who is just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello, and like I just said, we're going to be checking out some drum covers in a moment here. So feel free to leave a suggestion of some drummers we should check out. Let's see here. Yep, Stan saying, I'm good, Quincy, crazy busy. Yep, it sounds like you've had a busy week. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the applause. Thank you, Stan, for the kind words. Well, awesome. Well, fellas, we'll go ahead and get things started. Just to give you, I'll let you guys in on this while you're tuning in, but I'm actually thinking of pushing these streams back to 6:30. So in case you're wondering where everyone is, sometimes they show up, but it does seem that usually people kind of show up later on, and so I'm sort of thinking, well, maybe I should start the stream later at the time when people tend to show up. So I had asked a few of my, sort of my core audience that tends to, attend most of my streams, and it did seem like it might be beneficial to start these streams a little bit later. So probably next week I will start doing these streams at 6:30 p.m. But I do appreciate you all tuning in. Yeah. So if anyone has a suggestion for some drummers to check out, let me know. I'll go ahead and kind of kick things off. Let me get my window set up here, and let me make sure. Okay. Cool. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the kind words. All right. Let's see here. Yep. Let me get it where you can. There we go. You can still see me. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'm going to share a drummer with you guys. Again, like I said, I just love watching a good drummer. This is Matt Greiner from the band August Burns Red. And August Burns Red was kind of a gateway metal band for me. They were one of the first bands I got in, and I still love a lot of their older stuff. They're a very consistent, very good band. I will say, as I've kind of, you know how like the first time you discover something, you just like all of it. Like the first time you discover action movies, you just love all action movies because you have no criteria or no gauge of like what's good and what's not. And then as you experience more of it, you kind of start to develop a palate or a taste and stuff. And that's kind of how I feel about August Burns Red a little bit. Like, when I first got into them, like, it was insane. And they're still a very good band, like solid B tier band. But either way, Matt Greiner is like an S tier drummer. He is the star of the band for sure. Like the dude is a beast. Now this isn't actually his band. I'm not sure. This was some kind of, as you can see, it's a Zildjian live event, Zildjian cymbals. So it must have been some kind of drum event. And this is kind of neat. I've seen a few videos of this where people will do these almost like studio concerts where people come in and the audience are wearing headphones just so they can get the absolute, like best, audio mix or whatever and stuff. So kind of an interesting experience. But anyway, let's have a look at this guy. This guy is a beast on drums. Man, I got a little bit of lag on my end. Hopefully it's not lagging over there. Start it over a little bit. Man, I hope it's coming out smooth for you guys. It is kind of laggy on my end. I have not had this issue before, so kind of frustrating. Let me try that one more time. All right, here we go. Take two. Still a little laggy, man. Do not know what the deal with that is. Oh, no sound. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. Maybe it was being laggy to let me know, hey, there's no sound. Yep, let me get that fixed for you guys. Yeah, I always forget there's there we go. Now you guys should be able to hear it. hopefully it's playing smoothly too. So that might have been a blessing in disguise. Man, it's still lagging. Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming that you can hear it now. I like some great groove stuff and some kind of thrashy stuff. And like really clean fills, you know, just super good. It's ridiculous how he can fit in so much and still make it sound good, you know? Like, it doesn't sound too chaotic. It still, there's a pulse to it. I don't know. I love it, dude. I don't know if we're going to watch this whole thing because it's like a 9-minute video. I can't remember if the whole song is actually 9 minutes long or if there's like, you know, some talking at the end or something. And also, I'm a bit of a prog metal fan myself, and so like this is definitely very progressive. Some really interesting instrumentation, and everyone else in the band is killing it too, you know. I wanted to tell you thanks, man. You have helped me so much. I love movies and music, and you have helped me with music. I can play around on acoustic and now bass. It's nice to play and relax. Well, thanks, Stan. Appreciate that. You know, I think you've done a great job and all that. You know, you've put in the work. You know, you made it a priority, and so I'm glad I could help. But you know, you've been awesome in your discipline with it. I've seen you come a long way in your bass playing, and I'm glad you're still picking up the guitar too. I mean, you can just see, like, even from this video, like, you can see how much fun these guys are just having, and music really is like such a great joy. You know, it's like, it's just getting to jam with some friends and just having the ability to play. It's hard to explain, but again, I think like any form of art, the whole appeal of art is just that it helps tangify, if that's a word, tangify, you know, kind of our emotions, you know, the things we feel. It helps us put it into something that is tangible, something that we can see and hear and feel, and something that helps us kind of express that and at least bring some, you know, some satisfaction to some of those, you know, emotions that might be bottled up that we're dealing with, whether they're positive emotions or negative or whatever they might be, you know. It can serve for that. Yeah, the guy on the bass was just shredding there. Yeah. Stan, you might have to try that sometime on a Sunday. I have to give you a bass solo. Might actually be the end here, so. Because I didn't really want to stop it, but. Yeah, that was sick. Yeah, Matt Griner's a favorite of mine. Dude is a beast on the drums, so. Yeah, with that said, Yeah, Stan says it's a great release. Thanks, that's what I was looking for. And yeah, my pleasure, dude. Anyone who's just tuning in, don't be shy, say hello. And we're just reacting to drum playthroughs, drum covers. So if there's a drummer you'd like me to check me out, leave a comment, and I will do that. But we'll check out another drummer in a moment here. I think I'm going to go ahead and dive into another song. So yeah, just give me a second to get that played up. But yeah, here we go. I've got to make a few adjustments here. All right. So, I'm going to play another song for you guys. This is a song I released a while back, but it is available on Spotify and wherever you like to listen to music, you can find it there. I also shot a music video for it that you can find on my YouTube channel. So, this song is called For You. Hope you like it.
This loneliness, you think you're okay, but you've been dragged. I'm out here pleading, but you can't hear me. Your silent screams are deafening. Well, ignore my warning, just know that I'm sorry for you. Tried for you. Come back to me. I thought I was different. You made me like them. Begged you to hold on, but you still let go. And from the distance, I can see what's missing. You never listen, so you'll never know. Well, ignore my warning, just know that I'm sorry for you. And all this time, just know that I've tried for you. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Come back to me. Closest friend and my deepest wound, my most painful scar, and I cherish you.
Thank you. Again, that one's called For You, and that song is available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. You should be able to find it there. So if you want to hear it again, you can find it on those places. Let's see what's going on in the chat. For anyone just tuning in, don't be shy. Say hello. Let me know how you're doing. And we are checking out some drum covers or drum performances, I guess. You know, it could be really anything. Doesn't have to be a cover. But we're just checking out some drummers today. So if you've got a suggestion for a drummer you'd like me to check out, yeah, leave a comment, and we will do that. Let's see. Yep, Stan was commenting on that bass earlier, saying those fingers were flying. Yeah, the guy was shredding. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the fire. Stan says, awesome. Sounds excellent. Appreciate that. Forget his name. Eddie Van Halen's brother. Oh, yeah. He does have a good drummer. Yeah, Hot for Teacher. Has a pretty good drum performance. Let's see if we can find, like, maybe a live performance of that. Give me a second here. Did I... Okay. Here we go. Let's give that a shot. Hot for Teacher drum performance. We'll just look that up, see what we get. But yeah, I know that. Oh, whoops. I put Hoy for Teacher. Got to, kind of hard to type with one hand. But, yeah, let's see here. Oh, thanks, Stan. Appreciate that. Try that one more time. There we go. All right. Now, Chad, I might ask you, since I've got you in the chat, let's see. Do you post any music? Do you play any instruments, or you just a big fan of music? I'm sure. Yeah, sorry if I've forgotten, but lately, ever since Dom kind of introduced me to all of you and kind of the whole community, it's it's a lot of names to learn, a lot of people to remember and what they do and stuff. But I just, again, I appreciate you. I'd love to learn a little more about you. So maybe you could just tell me a little bit about your musical background and your interest, and even how a lot of this got started, all this, all the whole community stuff. When did you start streaming on YouTube? Because I just think it's awesome, what you guys have developed. It's, I don't know, it's great. It's awesome to have like that community of music. So, okay, Ben Gillies or Giles, I think it's Gillies, is one of my favorite drummers. I'll definitely check that out. So no, don't do music, but that's all right. Hey, Steven. Yeah, every time Steven tunes in, the first thing he comments is, I forgot again, Don't worry, Steven. To be honest, just so you know, I'm actually thinking of pushing these streams back to 6:30. So really, you would have been early if I had done it at 6:30. I think next week I'm going to start doing these streams at 6:30. But no worries. Better late than never. Always appreciate you tuning in, Steven. And you were just live on Twitch. Like, were you live, or were you watching someone live? Or I didn't know if you streamed to Twitch. Chad says, I'm just a promoter of things I love. And, well, I think that's awesome, Again, it's kind of, it's just, it's such a complimentary thing. Like, because, artists who make music need people like you who love music. And I think sometimes from my one angle, it's kind of hard to recognize that, or like, I almost assume that everyone thinks about music the same way I do, and that's not true. Even though, like, I love songwriting, yes, I think pretty much everyone loves songs, but that doesn't mean that they love the act of songwriting. Sometimes they just love to hear songs. They love to find music, discover new music, or they just love to jam, or whatever they might be. There's so many. They love to produce. They love to help, create and record music. So yeah, I definitely think it's awesome. Steven says, I am more of a producer of events and programs and have done indie film. That's awesome. That's really cool. So do you have some interest in filmmaking? Because I actually love filmmaking. one of my biggest challenges when I first kind of started off was I just had too many interests. Like if you go back to my early YouTube stuff, I was doing everything. I was making short films. I was, doing metal. I was doing like acoustic music. Just a lot of different stuff. But eventually I kind of chose to start focusing just on music. I realized I had to commit to something if I wanted to actually progress. But with that said, like I love filmmaking. I still hope to have some kind of like I hope I can make movies someday. I hope someday I can kind of I'd probably just produce my own films, but I'd love to do that. Just love to get back into that. And thankfully, I learned a lot from my filmmaking days that I've carried over into doing like music videos and things like that. I can't always do that. That's a lot of work to do by myself, but it is kind of a nice way to scratch that filmmaker's itch whenever I get a chance to do that. So that's really cool if indeed you do have kind of some interest in filmmaking. Steven says, no, I was live playing my video games until I get a camera and laptop so I can stream while making music. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so Steven was over on Twitch. Jack, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Always appreciate you tuning in. I hope you've had a good week, and going to be playing some music for you. Let's see here. Stan at chat saying, is great. Just 8 o'clock on Tuesday when I get up and 3:30 to go to work. Yeah, yep, that's good. Steven says, is your Twitch the same as your YouTube channel? It should be. Technically, when I look on Twitch, it says QuinQuin1091. So I don't know if, that's like my, that was like my email username. So I wish it said Quincy Kane. I'm trying to tweak that. I'm not sure. Like I'd prefer to say Quincy Kane. So I'm new on Twitch, so I still have certain things. Well, thanks, Stanley. Appreciate that. Saying Quincy, you have a vision. I'm one to fantasize. I always kind of, I don't know. I love playing in my imagination, and the hard part is bringing it into reality. But awesome. Well, guys, all of you just tuning in, we're checking out some drum covers. Let's see here. I see some. I mean, these are drum covers. We might just have to watch a drum cover. I mean, you're right that the actual drummer for Van Halen. I was hoping there'd be like a live performance of it. And here's Van Halen doing "Hot for Teacher." So maybe this would be a good one to check out. But yeah, we're checking out drum covers and or just drum performances. So if you've got a favorite drummer or just a drummer you want me to check out, leave a comment and I will do that. This was a suggestion from Stan.
Create an amazing website with Fiverr.
I'm going to do a little research real quick.
UX writer.
Who is the drummer for Van Halen? I'm pretty sure it's his brother, right? So it's another.
And Amy.
That's not
a
Eddie.
Fiverr freelance graphic designer with dozens of 5-star.
Now this is a performance from 2015. All right. Got to be honest, the internet's being a little finicky on this stream. All right, let's try that again. Okay, so that's Steven over on Twitch. Yeah, appreciate you tuning in. Yep. So are you watching on both, or did you just decide to switch over to Twitch?
There used to be a club right behind the Chinese theater called the Masters Club. And into the Masters.
Let's see.
Laugh to win, baby. Yeah!
Can't remember if there's any other, like, Let's see here. Yep. Steven's saying I was on both, but I switched to Twitch. Gotcha.
How many of you used to see us during club days? We used to play around the corner at Gazzari's, man. Remember when it was Gazzari's?
I'm not sure what the technique is, but I know he's using that double bass and kind of doing like a sort of a triplet, not really a gallop, but you know, kind of thing. Steven says, yeah, there's this thing with Twitch where you have to get affiliated to start earning money from the streams you do. Okay, well, I don't know if watching on Twitch helps me with that. I do appreciate that. Hey, Daniel, thanks for tuning in. How's your week been, man? Okay, yep. So yeah, I'm reading some Alex Van Halen. That's right. Yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. Chad says Mercedes Lander is another favorite of his, so we'll check that one out as well. Average of 3 viewers and get 50 follows. Well, thanks, Steven. I appreciate you trying to kind of help me get a good start on Twitch. Oh, hey, Christopher. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing, man?
How do we sound so far?
Yep, hope you're doing well. Daniel, I hope you're doing good. Always good to see you. Been pretty good. Just so hot here. I can't imagine what summers are like in Texas, because summers are hot here in Virginia. Yeah, summers can be pretty brutal, and so yeah, I bet it is hot there. Definitely do your best to stay cool. You know. For anyone tuning in, we are checking out drum performances or drum covers, you know, whatever it might be. So this was a suggestion from Stanley. We're checking out Hot for Teacher. And definitely a very like iconic drum beat. That intro, you know, this is the big finale right here, but we'll have a listen to that intro again. Chad grew up in Southeast Texas, so humid. Yep. We got a few people from Texas. Yeah. Daniel is in Texas, so it's a hot one there. They always forget they have to tell Eddie, hey, the song's over. But I guess if you're Eddie Van Halen, you can just keep playing. Yep, dude shreds. The crowd's almost louder than the drums at the intro there. That's a good groove there. I want to hear that intro real quick, because yeah, that's a good way to. It's a good start. Here we go. This is remastered, so we can hear the drum. We're not going to listen to the whole song, but I just want to hear that intro again. Logan loves the intro. Yep, it's a good one. Yeah, Daniel says, I wish we had a thunderstorm right now. I think you said you were kind of in need of some rain. Jack says, yeah, thunderstorm there. So That's kind of what we've been getting. That's the funny thing about Virginia is like you get a little bit of everything. So like yes, it is brutally hot, but we have been getting these. Been getting a lot of thunderstorms and lots of bursts of rain. It hasn't been long, but we'll get these like just these bursts of just heavy rain. Yeah, I don't know. Don't really have the right words for it. It's just that's a cool beat. You know? It kind of almost feels like a roller coaster about to go off the tracks, you know, but it's just staying on track. So I think that's kind of part of the charm of it a little bit, you know, like I wouldn't describe it as like super tight, but I don't mean that as, you know, an insult or something. It's like there's kind of a charm to it being sort of loose, and I think it's just the style of the drummer, which is really cool, you know. So yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, Steven says it sounds like a motorcycle starting up. I think that's a good illustration for it. All right, let me scroll back up. Chad had a few suggestions. He was saying, I think it was Ben Gillies, if I'm remembering correctly. Trying to find it. Scrolling up. Might have passed it. Yeah, Ben Gillies. Let's look this up. If anyone else has a suggestion for a drummer we should check out, let me know, and we'll look it up. Let's see here. Yeah, just catching up with you all. Jack, sounds like you got some thunderstorms happening. Hopefully, let's see. Are you treating yourself to any snacks or anything? You know, if it's thunderstorming outside while you're watching the stream, are you allowing yourself to, you know, have kind of a nice snack and maybe sip on something warm like some hot cocoa or coffee or something? You know, might be a good time to get cozy, you know, for something like that. Let's see here. We've got a few videos here. I don't know if you have a suggestion. Well, let's try this one. Apple Fresh? Maybe we'll do that. Let's give this one a shot. But by the way, just so you all know, Daniel just posted a playthrough video. He was doing a guitar playthrough for the song Welcome Home Sanitarium by Metallica. So you guys will have to check that out. He did an awesome job. Daniel is a great guitar player, so definitely, you know, give his video some love. Just letting it load a little bit. Early morning, who's a winner? Love to hear the chop chop dinner. A Japanese emphysema, maybe Tuesday Yakuza epidema at the doorway on a mission into the future. A Pasadena, hard to find ya. Maybe next year driving on the first side. Oh, this is his. Okay. Maybe I picked Ben his silver chair. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of thinking. I had a feeling. Yeah, let's check out the one with the actual drums in it. You know, I was like, that might just be a song. You know, that might not be like a drum performance. Let's check out one of these. I don't know which one to choose. We'll go with this one. Of course, I don't know if this is like behind the scenes. The thumbnail makes it look like some performance.
So I've seen the video of us playing No Association on Recovery. I don't have a very clear memory of it.
Maybe,
I do remember...
man, maybe I'm picking the wrong videos. You know, 1 second. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can find one of him playing. There's Silverchair right here. But is that the performance? I'm waiting for the... Yeah, maybe I should just type in playthrough. That might help. All right. Play through. Yep, Steven giving some love for Metallica. He is a Metallica fan. Okay. Oh, yep, Stanley was digging it too. Yep. Okay, he plays to them on those. All right. Trying to see if I can... Because I see all these behind... All right, what about... Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, I'm seeing all this like behind the beat stuff, but that sounds more like a behind the scenes kind of thing.
It was our first time in Kyoto.
But here we go. I think we found one. So this is a jam with Ben Gillies of Silverchair. So check out his drum performance here. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Usually the internet's not this laggy. This has behind the beat too.
Hey guys, a lot of you...
All right, hopefully he plays in this one. All right, here we go. I hope. Jack says, if an apple and a clementine count as snacks, I suppose I am. Steven's back over here now. Yeah, sorry if I'm not finding the best video. It kind of seems like he's just tracking a song, which, I mean, he's doing great. But I don't know if there's like a certain video of him kind of just, you know, showcasing his chops. But really tight playing, you know, he's right with that click. And playing tight is a lot better than just hitting all over the kit, you know, sloppily. So let's check out Mercedes Lander drum cam. I guess we'll go with this first one here. So this is I know this band, Kitty. Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool band. I like this song, and I know there's a couple other songs of theirs that I like. anyone sing? Lars from Metallica, Now That We're Dead. Steven says, hey, Quincy, unfortunately got to head out. Keep up the great work. Love to see the community growing every time I tune in. Thanks, Steven. Appreciate you. Always appreciate you tuning in. Hope you can, hope the rest of your evening goes well. And yeah, thanks. You're always such an encouragement. I appreciate it, man. Does anyone know any other drummers who are also vocalists? Because I noticed she's got a mic there and she was singing at one part. I've always liked when I was like kind of first getting into metal or like in screamo and that kind of stuff. I got into to Underoath and Aaron Gillespie. But the dude, you know, would kill it on drums, but then would also sing at the same time, and so that's definitely a little more rare. You know, it's very common to see. You know, you mostly see a guitar sing, either just someone singing on their own or someone playing guitar. From time to time, you see bassists who sing, but then yeah, drummers who sing is, you know, even more rare. But they're out there. I think usually, I don't know if there's any lead singers who play drums. I think usually it's more like backup vocals or something. But Daniel says you should check out Trim Torsen play Yay, I don't even know how you pronounce that, video with him recording studio. Kind of extreme, but he's really good. Yeah, we'll have to give that a shot. Yeah, that was cool. Yep, thanks for the suggestions, Chad. Again, I'll have to revisit them, but you know, it's, I don't know, there's so much music out there, and so I try to check out what I can, and I've got playlists of music, and so it's like a lot of times there are bands that I know, and it's like, oh yeah, I know that band, they're really good, but it's just, you know, I haven't had the time to like really delve into their material. But Kitty's definitely one of those bands. Christopher says Travis Barker is a really good drummer. Yes, he is. We might have to see if we can find a playthrough video from him. So, yep, Phil Collins is a good one. Sweet. So it looks like we got a few other suggestions here. So I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and play another song for you guys, and then we will dive into our next. One second. Okay, we'll dive into our next segment of checking out drum covers and stuff. So I think we got some good suggestions. If anyone's got any other suggestions, let me know in the chat, and we'll check those out as well. But let me go ahead and play a song. And in the meantime, again, just let me know how you all have been. Let me know, do y'all have any exciting plans for the summer coming up or anything you're looking forward to? You excited about any movies coming out? I know the new Mission Impossible's coming out. I'm really excited about that. So I don't know if anyone else in the chat is planning on checking that out, but I love the Mission Impossible movies, and so looking forward to seeing that. All right, let me get set up, and I'm going to play another song for you. This one's called Say That It's Over. I have released this song. You can find it on Spotify or wherever you like music, so, or wherever you like to listen to music. So, hope you like it. This one's called Say That It's Over.
That it almost looks real. Well, it must be hard to fake what you do not really feel. You're hiding, I know it. Tell me what's on your mind. I only wish to help. Won't you let me back inside? Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your face shows no reaction when I call out your name. Your presence like a ghost. You seem so far away. And you know that I love you, but the words seem to have died. I just want this to end. Please let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Let me inside. Your eyes, just look at me when I look at you, because you must realize you're barely holding on and I'm holding tight. Would you just please try? Don't give in, you have to fight. Why won't you hear my cry? I don't wanna say goodbye. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. Tell me the truth just one last time. I promise I'll help you. If only you'll let me back inside. Say that it's over. I don't wanna hear another lie. I just wanna help you. Please won't you let me back inside.
Thank you. Again, that one's called Say That It's Over. And that one is available on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So you can listen to it again in those places. So. All right, catching up with the chat. And we had a few other suggestions. So we're going to check out some other, some more drum playthroughs. Let me get that brought up. Hey, LSP, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Yep, Stanley's got all kinds of suggestions. Don't know his name, but drummer from Cheap Trick. Jack, I have to head out, but I'll try to come back later. Always appreciate you stopping by, Jack, and yeah, I hope you can tune in if we're still streaming by then. And but yeah, appreciate you, man. Stanley says the color of the background really goes great with this song. Well, thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, try to find you know, some colors that look good with the background and kind of, you know, just kind of work with the style of the music. So. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that. All right, let's check out a few other of these, a few more of these drum playthroughs. So let me get this set back up. Here we go. What did we have here? Got to catch up with the stream real quick, or the chat. I know we had a few, and I've lost them. All right, here we go. So, yeah, Daniel was suggesting Trim Torsen. Not sure how you pronounce that. Trium Torsen, but I'm sure it'll come up if I type it. So, let's give this a shot. Trym, Tor, yeah, Torsen, and it was like yay. Whoops, let's see here. Entrance, I'm not sure how you pronounce that word. It's like entrance, and then perium. Am I spelling this right? Gotta check my spelling here. You know, I should have just copied and pasted it, but oh well. Let's see if this works. Yeah, here's one with the drum cam. This might be the one you were talking about. Yeah, him recording in the studio. All right, let's give this a shot. So, you know, I'm not confident in pronouncing this dude's name, but
crispy flavors of what we're.
All right, here we go. So this was a drum cam rehearsal from a few years ago. Gonna let it buffer for a second because internet's being a little laggy today. So, all right, and here we go. Dude's got quite a drum kit. He's got like 6 toms or something like that. But he's making use of them. Some thrashy stuff. Blast beats. Yep, dude's killing it. Hey, it's your girl Jess. Well, hey Jess, appreciate you tuning in. We are reacting to drum covers, so if you have a suggestion for a drummer you'd like me to check out, just let me know. And I'm also performing songs every few minutes here, so but appreciate you tuning in. I'm still kind of new to Twitch. Been streaming to YouTube for a while, but I'm multi-streaming, so I'm streaming to Twitch at the same time. But appreciate you tuning in. How's your week been? The dude has got some stamina. He's just been doing like blast beats for the past minute. Been all right. Glad to hear that. You have any plans you're looking forward to for the summer? Anything coming up? I know there's some good movies coming out, so I'm looking forward to seeing the new Mission Impossible, and I think the family's got vacation later, but so I don't know if there's anything you're looking forward to. I don't think I have any huge plans. Planning to visit a friend soon, a friend that I don't get to see too often, so I'm looking forward to that. This is pretty cool. I might have to check out more of this band. Again, I actually like a lot of this like technical death metal stuff. This little bit with like the orchestra in there, that's really cool sounding. Looking forward to Oppenheimer. Yep. I heard that was really good, so I'm kind of looking forward to checking that out too. The past few Christopher Nolan films, like he's a fantastic filmmaker, but I really like characters, and so it's and a lot of his films have kind of been more, not sure, more about like a theme or an idea, not really about the characters. And some people like that, but you know, it just hasn't really, it's not really what I enjoy in a movie. And but this one sounds a little more like it actually revolves around a character, and I've heard good things about it so far. So yeah, I'm wanting to check that one out as well. Yeah, if you've got a suggestion for an insane band, I'll check them out. And then LSP says, never make plans, spontaneous. Yeah, it's definitely nice. You know, I try to, what's the word? You know, I'm trying to think how to phrase it, you know. But basically expect the unexpected, you know. Like, you kind of have plans, but plan to have no plan, you know. Plan to just sort of, you know, try something out, but then kind of adapt to whatever the opportunity is presenting for you, so. Do you allow links or just video names? Right now, I'm just searching. It'd probably be easier if you just gave me the video name and then I can look it up. I'm just watching these on YouTube right now. Yep, go with the flow. Noli's movies are experiences, so I dig them. Yeah, it's, you know, and that's the great thing about any, you know, there's different styles of movies and stuff. And like I said, it's like, that's a good word for them, is their experiences. Like I think of, I remember going to see Dunkirk with my friends, and again, I just, I enjoy following a character, where those movies kind of put you in the scenario, so you're not really following any one particular character's narrative and seeing their arc. You're just kind of following them along and experiencing this event for yourself. And some people really like that. And you know, for me, it's not really what I enjoy in a movie, but that does not take away from, like, the dude's an excellent filmmaker, and definitely does not take away from, you know, yeah, his skill as a director and a filmmaker. Definitely one of my favorite directors. All right, I'm going to copy and paste this. So this is a suggestion from, hey, it's your girl, Jess. Which do you want me to call you from? I can call you just Jess, or I can call you by your username, whichever you prefer. It's a video that shows all the members. Okay, so it's kind of like a full band playthrough. So we are checking out, you know, we are trying to highlight drums particularly, but let me make sure I put that in right. But nothing wrong with a full band playthrough. I think it'd be all right. Looks like this might be, oh, Duran Gray. Yeah, I know this band. Yep. Yeah, I had a friend who kind of introduced me to a lot of Japanese bands. I always kind of like Garugamesh, or Garugamesh, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I think he was a fan of Duran Gray. Let's see here. I'll look that up one more time. Yeah, I think it's this video here. Jess or Jessica. All right, gotcha. It doesn't. No, I think it showed up. I think I saw it. So yeah, I'm guessing it's this one right here. Yeah, so this is Duran Gray. This is a Japanese hard rock metal band. Of course, I do remember they can be a bit extreme in terms of their style. Hey, Michael, appreciate you tuning in. Michael says, evening all, just saw this on Chat Freeman's community post. Can't stick around, but wanted to say hi, and I'll catch the replay. Well, thanks. I at least appreciate you stopping by to say hello, and yeah, I do hope you can watch some of the replay. Jess says, this band is excellent at just being so on time. So it's, yeah, it sounds like they're a very tight band. Also, Shinya's drum set shows his age. That's kind of interesting. Do you mean like he's had it ever since he was born, or does he have something on it that shows his age, like a symbol or something? Michael streams as well. Great singer-songwriter. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check out some of Michael's music when I get a chance. Jess says, this was from a 2014 show, so this is 17 years into the band. Yeah, I gotcha. It's not a very modern style of set. Well, no, so far I think it sounds really cool still. And you're probably not wrong. Like, again, I had a friend who was into a lot of Japanese rock bands, and it probably would have been around this time. It probably would have been like early 2010s, which it's kind of crazy to think that was 10 years ago, you know. Of course, this video was only posted 8 years ago, but yeah, 2014, almost 10 years. But you're right, they're very tight players. They're very much in sync. They're kind of building the anticipation. It's like little by little, they're just giving a little more. If Chad's right, lots of talent around YouTube. Michael says, thanks, Chad. I'm just enjoying finding all these great branches of huge community tree, so to speak. Yep. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if you all have a thought on this. So again, I remember when I was first getting into like a lot of Japanese bands. I've always, you know, I just enjoy melody and chord movements, and so it didn't really matter to me if I couldn't speak their language. I could just still appreciate the melody. And, my siblings would hear me listening, and they'd always comment like, "Man, I can't understand what they're saying." But that just goes to show that people appreciate different things. And here we go, some thrashy stuff. Some harsh vocals. But you know, some people, lyrics mean a lot to them, and as I get older, I definitely appreciate lyrics more. But yeah, I can still enjoy music like this just because of the musicality. Jess says, I can just tell from watching all these live videos over the years that this band is special live. They look like they're definitely putting on a good live performance. And do you know if they're still around? Are they still doing stuff? Or did they kind of stop? Those growls are sick. Digging that, sounds cool. The song definitely doesn't hit as hard without the lyrics. The song being about war, but people have attributed it to being about Hiroshima or Nagasaki. Yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing too, is you know, not speaking someone's language, you might not understand what they're singing about, and you can sort of have a greater appreciation once you recognize what they are singing about. There is a visual in the back of what looks to be an atomic bomb, so... Oh, they are around. Last year was their 25th anniversary tour. That's cool. As someone who is learning Japanese, the fact that he's singing at this tempo is crazy. Michael says, my wife doesn't pay a ton of attention to lyrics either. I think she mostly focuses on the vibe of the music that she likes. Yeah, the music's always been kind of what draws me. But like I said, like I definitely, as I've gotten older, I definitely appreciate lyrics more. And I do like them, but as far as like what draws me to liking a song is the melody and the chord movements. And yeah, I used to I tried learning Japanese a while back. Would have been a cool language to learn, but you know, it's not exactly a priority for me to learn that language, and there's a lot of other things I kind of need to learn myself, but I actually was trying to learn Japanese at one point. I was actually learning to sing a song in Japanese. Don't know if you ever saw the anime Angel Beats, but there's I think it's called My Song or something. I can't remember. There was a song in that, like a nice acoustic song, and I was going to learn how to sing that in Japanese. And I got pretty good at it, and then I lost it. I forgot it. I can't remember it at all. But as far as like, yeah, someone being able to sing that way, I would just think with it being their foreign language that it's a lot easier for them to sing at that tempo in that language, because it is their you know, what's the word I'm looking, you know, it's their language. Jess says, I'm someone who picks up on the individual parts of a song. And that's cool that you do that, you know, because there's a lot to appreciate in music, you know. I think that's definitely what I enjoy. Sometimes, like yes, I love lyrics, but sometimes my concern is that there's just so much, you can go so much deeper with music, with the notes that are chosen and the rhythm that is selected and how things are arranged. And, you know, like I really appreciate that stuff. And so yeah, so that's awesome. That's awesome that you kind of have an appreciation for all of it, not just a single part of it. These growls are sick. Sound good. Oh, you're a musician also. What instrument or instruments do you play? All right, cool. So that was Duran Gray. I think that's Vinushka. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, that was a split screen live performance. So some drum stuff in there, but I'm going to go ahead and play another song for you guys. If you had made a drum suggestion and I haven't gotten to it yet, just retype it, and I'll check that out in a moment here. But I'll go ahead and play another song for you guys. And yeah, and if anyone else has a suggestion for a drum performance you'd like me to check out, leave a comment, and we'll check out some other drummers. So, all right, so this next song here, let's see. So this is a song I put out about a year or so ago, something like that. This is my my metalcore cover of the song "Into the Unknown" by from the movie Frozen 2. The quick story about this: my brother wanted to see this movie in theaters and didn't want to go by himself, so I went to see the movie with him in theaters. And while I was kind of sitting there, this song came on, and I was sort of just patting on my lap along with it, and the thought crossed my mind. I was like, this could be a metal song, and I was sort of like, no, I don't want to do. Like, I'm not really a big cover guy, and so I didn't want to do a cover of the song. But I thought, well, I'll at least play around with it and, kind of record some of it and just see how I feel about it and go from there. And so, yeah, I came up with something that sounded pretty cool, and I was, enough for me to go through with it and stuff. So this is a song that I have released on Spotify or wherever you like to listen to music. So, yeah, let me go ahead and play it for you. This is Into the Unknown.
I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. Life at my adventure, and I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me? Who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. Whoa, are you out there? Do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? Going, don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown? Thank you.
Again, that's my cover of the song Into the Unknown. That's available on Spotify or wherever you'd like to listen to music. Also shot a little music video for that you can find on my YouTube channel. So let's catch up with the chat. All right. Let's see here. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Thanks, Daniel. Daniel says it's a good remake. I appreciate that. Yep. It's a fun one to play, you know. So, yeah, thank you so much. All right. Hey, Jess says that she plays trumpet. Okay, awesome. That's great. I haven't learned any brass instruments. I know, stringed instruments, and I can play some percussion and some keys, but haven't learned like woodwind or brass or anything like that. So that's really cool that you play trumpet. I've known a few saxophone players. Don't know if I've known too many other brass musicians in my life, but that is really cool. Do you ever post videos anywhere? You have any performances of you playing trumpet or anything like that, or do you just kind of play for yourself? Either way is fine, but I'll have to check out if you've made any videos. I'll have to check them out. Okay, so we got a suggestion from Stan. This is for Now That We're Dead, Lars from Metallica. So let's check that out. Now That We're Dead, Metallica. There's a music video. That might be our best bet, unless they do have... And it looks like they have 2 music videos. This one looks like it might be more like a stage performance kind of thing. Trying to see... What is this? Okay. All right, yeah, just trying to find a drum performance. Let's give this one a shot. Let's see if this... I'm hoping we'll actually see him playing the drums.
I'm a bear. I'm coming out of hibernation, and Papa is hungry. And while you're hitting the trail, I'm hitting your cooler.
This stream is not sponsored by Allstate, but if Allstate would like to sponsor a stream of mine, I'd be down for that, All right. Yeah, if anyone else has any drum suggestions, just let me know in the chat. All right, here we go. All right, so it looks like this might be some live performance, so we should get some shot of the drums. Some good tom action there. Just tell that crowd's going, hey, hey, hey. Oh, wow. Yep, Daniel, that's right. He told me that. Yeah, Daniel's going to see Metallica next month, so that should be sick. Have you got your I'm Daniel sign fixed yet? Got that set up yet? Daniel says, I need to get that together, so, yeah. this is probably a good song to like get you going in the morning, you know? Like you're just waking up and you're like, I don't feel like trying today. You just kind of pop this on and you're like, all right, I can do it. That's what I love about music. I don't know about you guys, like I literally listen to music all the time. I've got different playlists for different occasions, but you know, when I'm just kind of getting my day going, I totally, you know, play something like this that just kind of pumps you up and kind of gets you ready. I've been checking out a lot of, finding a lot of nice like instrumental background music, and what I like about instrumental music, again, I love vocals, but the problem is like when you're trying to be productive, vocals can be a little distracting. So I really like using instrumental songs to kind of just like have the energy and the vibe, but you don't have the words kind of crowding your head when you're trying to work on something. So I've kind of been doing that lately whenever I'm kind of working on some business stuff. Yeah, Stan says better than coffee. I think so. But yeah, when I'm trying to work on some business stuff or just like something that I need to focus on, I focus a lot better when I have music. You know, if it's kind of weird. I know it's not true, but when it's quiet, I feel like I'm not being productive. You know, it's just like when it's quiet, I'm like, even though I'm working, I just don't feel like I'm getting anything done. And when the music's on, it's like, all right, here we go. Now we're getting something done. And yeah, Chad says, yeah, tons of playlists for different moods. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I got rainy day playlist. I sleep to music. I don't know if any of you go to sleep to music, but I know a lot of people like to listen to white noise, like they'll have like a fan sound or something. I just listen to music. I've got like, you know, these nice calm, soft, you know, really pretty pieces of music that are just nice to go to sleep to. And when I'm winding down in the evening, I like to listen to a lot of like really chill, like lo-fi kind of stuff. And, I've got a workout playlist, of course, you know, when I'm trying to get my workout in, just something to kind of fire me up. And all kinds of different moods. If I need something for when I just need like some oomph, or when it's something just when I need to like just kind of relax, you know, keep cool, and everything in between. So Lara's playing the bass there with his drumsticks. I'm curious, what is what's your go-to, all right, you know how like in a movie, like when a movie starts and a character like wakes up in the morning and like that song plays while it shows a montage of them getting dressed and getting ready for their day? What's your montage song, you know? When you get up in the morning, what's your morning song, you know? Yeah, Stan says, I'm not a fan of silence. I think there's a right time and place for it, but I would have to agree with that. I could do it, but I just enjoy, you know, listening to music or something. And so, yeah, so I'm almost always listening to something, whether I'm preparing food or just getting ready for the day or traveling somewhere or whatever it might be. But yeah, what is your morning montage song? You know, leave a comment and let me know what song is playing while you're getting going, you know, to motivate you for the day ahead. Yep, very nice. Yep, that was Metallica, Now That We're Dead. That was Stanley's suggestion, so yep, some nice drumming on that one. Let's see, did we have any other suggestions? I might have to scroll through and see if I can find them. If anyone had a suggestion and I forgot about it or I haven't, haven't looked at it yet, you know, you might retype it so that I can find it. Like, I'll scroll through a little bit, but sometimes it's kind of tough when there's so much in the chat. Like, it's hard to go back and find. Yeah, that was a good one. I know Stan had some. Okay, Christopher, you still out there? Christopher suggested Travis Barker. We'll see if we can find a Travis Barker playthrough video of some sort. Yeah, Chris, let me know if you're still out there. And hope you've been doing well. I know you've been working on guitar, and so you'll have to give me an update. Let me know how your guitar progress is coming along. Stan says, LOL, now that you mention it, this would be it. It's, yeah, I think this is a good contender for a morning montage song. Let's look up Travis Barker drum playthrough, if there is such a thing. I don't know if he's done one, but only one way to find out. Daniel says, I'm going to get some cooking, but I'm still here. Yep, so Daniel's listening. And there we go, you know. That's just another example of, being able to provide music while you're doing something. So while Daniel, we can be the soundtrack for Daniel while he's getting his food ready. I don't know if you're making hot dogs and that's why you use that emoji, or if you just use the first food emoji you could find. But what's on the menu for tonight, Daniel? Be curious. Of course, I'm asking that, and you're like, I'm trying to cook, So, but I'll let you go, after that. Just curious what you're having, and then I'll let you actually prepare it. All right, let's see. This might be a good one here because it's an actual playthrough. But hopefully, okay, Christopher's still there. Cool. We're going to check out Travis Barker. So, yeah, here we go. So this is Travis Barker, plays Hearts All Gone. And Travis Barker is a very good drummer.
I can smell.
Again, this stream is not sponsored by Old Spice, but if Old Spice would like to sponsor my streams, I'd be totally down for that. I use their shampoo a lot, so... and their body wash, so. So yeah, so I'm down for a sponsor. Daniel says, making hot dogs with Quincy in the background, LOL. Yep, that sounds like a good time to me. So, all right, here we go. This is Travis Barker. Hold on, I'm gonna pause this first because just let it buffer a little bit. There's another drummer I might mention in the pop punk genre is from the band Relient K. I don't know his name, but I remember whenever I would listen to that, my brother was really impressed by that drummer. He'd hear me listening, be like, "Man, that drummer is really good," because pop punk, they've got that fast upbeat snare, that boop, pop, 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 and just the staying on lock in the time, playing at that kind of tempo and just being tight with the band is pretty impressive playing. So a lot of pop punk bands have some really good drummers. Stanley's put a shrimp on the Barbie. That sounds good. Christopher says, it's going real well with my guitar. Practice learning something new every day. That's awesome, dude. Keep it up. I'm glad to hear you're playing. I'm glad to hear you're still playing, that you're still keeping at it, Takes a little perseverance sometimes, but, just stick with it and you'll get there. You'll be surprised how far you get. Turn this up a little bit. It's kind of quiet. Yeah, that is some hi-hat action happening there. And some good kick stuff. Like what he's playing right now, he's not all over the kit, but playing as tightly as he is like really impressive. Staying on time. There we go. There's some like ride stuff. That's cool. I like that. Some nice fills. Good old tom beat. I like how, I don't know, the cool thing about music is just people's different styles and expressions. And what I like about drums is like, you can kind of tell a lot about a drummer from their drum kit. So, a lot of the bands I listen to are like these metal technical bands, and so they have pretty big drum kits with like all these pieces, especially the prog metal guys. And kudos to them because they use it all. You know, it's awesome. But I do appreciate like drummers like this. Like the dude literally only has like 2 toms, if that. Yeah, you know, he's got like a rack tom and a floor tom, and that's it. Looks like he's got a few like electronic pieces over on the left. But you know, he does not have like a massive kit. He's got a few cymbals, you know, which usually that's the case. Usually drummers will kind of indulge in cymbals more than toms and stuff. But he is definitely making use of what he's got. Stan's digging it, saying this is nice. Yeah. Daniel commenting that Stan cooks a lot of shrimp. Yeah, I love shrimp too. Like some good shrimp fettuccine. You guys are making me hungry. That ride stuff is cool, man. Good little snare roll. Drums are also like, yeah, that was sweet. Yeah, drums are like one of the few, you know, instruments that you can really like put your full body into it. You know, like you could just, you know, you could really just express what you're feeling, like in literal physicality and hits and stuff. You know, and so, and it works. So, pretty cool. Yep, good suggestion, Christopher. Appreciate that. So. If anyone else has any more suggestions, you know, let me know. I do think we are getting close to a wrap here. We've still got a few minutes, so nothing urgent. But if anyone else has a final request, let me know and we'll check it out. Let's see here. And so, our latest updates. It sounds like both Stanley and Daniel are preparing food. Christopher's still working on guitar, so glad to hear that. And let's see, Chad, I might ask you, so if you guys haven't noticed, Chad will do a lot of live streams and he'll promote a lot of independent artists like myself, and so it's a great place to discover new music and stuff. And Chad, you were asking me earlier about Block Party. Do you do that every Friday? Is that like a once a month thing? Is that every week at Friday? Feel free to kind of share a little bit of info about that. And yeah, you guys would definitely have to tune in. I've certainly tuned into a few of Chad's streams. It's it's tough to get around, but I try to at least be present, you know. And so yeah, if you're looking for more music to enjoy, Chad's channel and his live stream is a good place to discover some new artists. Some really cool stuff happening over there. So. Stanley says, oh yeah. If she ain't happy, I know you were talking to Daniel, about you cook a lot of shrimp. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying you cook a lot of shrimp, so I guess that's how you cheer up, the missus. Yeah. Okay, last Friday of the month is Block Party. Cool. So, yeah, and let's see here. We're in July, so I think we got one more Friday to go. I think, tomorrow's Friday, and then next week's the last Friday. So sounds like there's going to be a Block Party on Chad's channel next week on Friday. And I think he said it was 8 p.m. if I remember correctly. So, yeah, you guys have to tune into that. Very cool. So, let's see here. Yep, Chad says, but there is a 6-hour stream each Friday I co-host on Conspiracy Music. Ham or HAM show is on my channel Saturday. Gotcha. So good stuff. Yeah, so he does co-host and with Conspiracy Music. So awesome. Very cool stuff. Well, guys, I definitely appreciate you tuning in. Thought I'd share an interesting event with you. This might be kind of a weird tangent and stuff, but if anyone else has another suggestion, let me know. But actually had kind of quite an event at the skate park last week. So for those of you who don't know, I do enjoy skateboarding. I try to go to our park every Saturday. We're fortunate to have like a really great skate park. And I went Saturday, and again during the summer, it's super hot, super brutal. But if you don't keep it up, you lose it. So you don't really have much of a choice. You kind of just got to deal with the heat, and I still enjoy it even in spite of the heat. But had a good session. I skated about 2 hours, something like that, and was about to wrap it up, and there were a couple of teenagers like on the other side of the park, and one of them was trying to drop in on a ramp. So, drop in, that's just when you set up your board at the top of the ramp and you drop in. Well, I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, but, it's actually a very scary thing to do, especially the first time you do it. And, you've got to be careful. Yeah. Stan says, I know you dab a little bit. I think he's saying that sarcastically. Stanley knows I skate. But, one thing when you drop in, you definitely have to commit. Like, it's good to kind of keep your knees bent and like lean forward. You don't want to get scared and lean back because then you end up slipping out and that can be pretty bad. And so the interesting thing about skating ramps like that is that the small ones can be a little deceptive. Like in some ways, the bigger ones are almost safer because it's almost like a slide. It's like there's more to catch you on the way down. But the smaller ones, if you fall on that, a lot of times you'll just miss the transition entirely and just fall straight to the flat. And especially on a cement park, that can be pretty hurtful. And so this teen was dropping in for the first time, and he had met a couple other teens at the park. He didn't know him, but he met them, and they were kind of skating together, and they were encouraging him, like, yeah, you got this, man. Go ahead, drop in. And he tried it, and unfortunately, I didn't see his attempt, so I don't know what exactly went wrong, but he fell and landed on his arm and actually broke his arm in the process. And it was a pretty nasty break. Like, you could see, like, his forearm. It didn't pierce the skin, but you could see, like, the bone out of alignment kind of sticking into the skin, pressing through. And, of course, some people gathered around, and they were kind of freaking out a little bit, and they were going to call an ambulance. But of course, that'd be very expensive, and the hospital is really not that far away. And so I kind of said, hey, I'll take him, I'll drive him. So we tried to make a sling and kind of failed at that. So we just kind of had him hold his arm, and they walked him to my vehicle. So I kind of got that started, and gave him a lift. They kind of piled up in my Jeep, and we drove there and just kind of tried our best to kind of keep him calm and just stay relaxed, kind of get his mind off of it. And we drove to the emergency room, and I dropped them off, and then I had to go find parking. I don't go to the hospital all the time, so I'm kind of looking for it. It took me a little while, but I ended up getting parked and then joining in. And a couple of the guys, they were like, "Man, we're glad you didn't bail on us. We were worried you might take off." And I was like, "Man, that'd be messed up. Like drop someone off at the hospital and then like leave them. I wasn't gonna do that." And unfortunately, this boy's his parents were out of town or something like that, and so. Thankfully, he had a neighbor that we were able to get in contact with who was going to come pick him up, and so we just kind of stayed with him. Once he got in the hospital bed, we were able to kind of lighten the mood a little bit and just just kind of joke lightly and stuff, and kind of get his mind off things, and all in all, it was a really interesting experience because even the doctor's asking, like, who are all of you? How do you know him? And we're like, we just met him at the park. We don't know each other. It was like we were all strangers. Like, I didn't know them, and they didn't even know the boy. They just met him, but they kind of felt responsible, so they sort of had tagged along. And but ended up being kind of a unique experience. We exchanged names and some contact and stuff, and then I ended up driving the two guys. Once the neighbor got there, I drove the two of them back to the park, and so it was kind of definitely an eventful way to to end the skate session. But thanks, Chad. Yeah, it is kind of a wild story. That doesn't happen a lot. It does not happen a lot, and so. But I thought that was just kind of eventful, and I hope the boy. I hope he's recovering well. I'll have to see if I can touch base with him at some point and kind of see how he's doing. I'm sure it's going to take a while. And as far as I could tell from the way he talked, I do hope that he doesn't let him deter him. Hopefully he, I hope he's willing to try again, but come back wiser. Like yes, he hurt himself, but that shouldn't scare him from ever trying again. It should just help him to be like just a little more aware and just a little more just a little more thoughtful whenever he's kind of taking risks like that. And so I think that's kind of the moral to the story that I share with you guys is, like whatever you're trying, you're going to fall, you're going to hurt yourself. And because it hurts to fall. It hurts every time. And that's kind of what I like about skateboarding so much is I think it's just a great illustration for life because half of skateboarding is just falling down. It's falling down, but it's the ones who kind of get back up and try again. Those are the ones who get good at it and actually make progress. And I think people just I think people just really, underestimate what they're capable of. And so I guess that's my encouragement to you is like, just know that you're capable of more. And just because you've fallen down a few times, don't let that keep you down. Maybe you'll come back wiser. Maybe you'll come back with a little bit more knowledge, but just take what you've learned and apply it and just keep going. And you'll be surprised how far you can go. And Chad says kind of like a movie. And yeah, it did feel like a movie scene. It's kind of funny. I won't lie. So there's a little bit of distance between the parking lot and the skate park. So when I was going to get the vehicle ready, I enjoy fitness. I enjoy working out. And I'm literally working out like I want to be an action hero, that's why I train. Like, yes, I like being healthy, but I just want to be able to move, like an action hero. I want to be like, like James Bond or Ethan Hunt or John Wick, I want to be like a Spider-Man or something like that, Batman. And so, so I've trained, and then a thought crossed my mind while I was doing this is like, you want to be an action hero? Here's your chance. So I was like, all right, don't be lazy. I got to put some heart into this. So I kind of sprinted back to him and stuff and, had to make an effort. So, it was definitely eventful, but I'm glad that it all kind of ended well and hoping for a good recovery there. And again, I think stories like that are just kind of helpful for, illustrations for good lessons. Yep, Stan says, man, that's awesome, family. And pretty unique Saturday for me. So I thought I would just share that, guys, with you. Thought that was a pretty neat story. I'm going to go ahead and play another song for you guys, but I appreciate you all tuning in. Appreciate you all watching. And I've got one more song for you. This is a song that this is my most recent release. And so I need to get my guitar tuned a little differently for this one. But I released this song earlier this month. And I shot a little music video for it. So I think this might actually be, I think this was the first song that that Chad played on one of his streams. This is a song called Love's Not Fair. And appreciate him sharing it. This is a kind of a softer song of mine. Growing up listening to music, me and my brother, we shared a bedroom, and again, I've been going to bed to music since I was a kid, and it was just kind of a nice opportunity to listen to an album. We had a CD player, so you put in one CD, and it just plays track after track. Now, it's kind of funny, so it wasn't really always the best playlist for sleeping to music. Now I listen to kind of calmer music, but you had upbeat songs and downbeat. But the one thing I remember about the albums we listened to, it didn't really matter what genre, but what I love about a good album is that it's very dynamic. Like usually the first song just kind of it's very high energy and kind of gets you going. And then the next song, still like good energy, but just not quite as like aggressive or in your face. And then you kind of get like something softer, and then we come back up, bring the energy back. And later in the album, you get kind of like, maybe darker or more heartfelt kind of songs. And then near the end, you kind of have your epic finales or ballads. And I've just always appreciated that. I appreciate the dynamic of an artist. An artist isn't just one sound. They have kind of a wide range. And so that's certainly something I've tried to, or I should say I'm trying to establish for myself is, I love like the heavy stuff. I love a high energy song like Move On or Erase Myself. But then, sometimes the emotion is expressed with something a bit more vulnerable, something softer. And I think the unique challenge is finding a way where it still is appropriate for the genre, but does showcase that wide range of expression. And so this is certainly one of my softer songs. On the actual song, you'll hear that I recorded this with acoustic guitar. I'm going to play with a clean electric for the live stream, but yeah, this is a new one that I released earlier. Hope you like it. This one's called Love's Not Fair.
staring at my own reflection through shattered bits of glass, showing me the perfect picture of who I really am. But when you look at me, you never turn away, kneeling next to me and picking up the pieces. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. I am such a useless failure, falling to the ground. Every effort that I muster is never good enough. But when you look at me, standing next to me and holding out your hand, why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. If I take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. If I take just one moment away from my self-loathing, then maybe I would notice that I'm not meant to be broken. So stop beating up myself. You took the punishment yourself, and it's just foolish pride to think that I could ever hurt myself enough to cover what I've done. I could cut myself dry, and it still would never be enough. It makes no sense at all. Why do you care? I know I'm undeserving of the love that you have chosen to share. It's just not fair. But love isn't fair. In spite of all I am, you chose to die for me, and that isn't fair. But love's not fair. Thank you. Again, that one's called Love's Not Fair, and I just released that song, so it's available on Spotify and wherever you like to listen to music, you can find it there. So let's catch up with the chat, and then I think we're going to put a wrap on this thing. For anyone who's listening, Daniel, if you're still preparing your meal, might be wrapping this up soon, so you might, tune in to say your goodbyes. But let's see here. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. Chad says, great song. Thank you. Daniel says, the acoustic sounded great in the video, too. Thank you so much. So that acoustic, that's my brother's Martin. That's my brother's Martin SD28, which is a nice sounding guitar. My brother
so my brother's a farrier. He shoes horses, is what he does, and he's got a good business doing it. Like we kind of jokingly refer to him as the rich one in the family. You know, he's a lot of my siblings. You know, they'll tell the nephews and nieces like, "You be nice to Uncle Kobe. He's your richest uncle," or that kind of thing. You know, so that's your rich uncle. Be nice to him. So, yeah, he put in the hard work. He's made the money, and he was able to treat himself to a guitar. And he said it was like one of the hardest decisions he made. There were like two, and he spent like, I can't remember how long, but like a couple hours or something, like going back and forth trying to decide which one, because it's like a $3,000 guitar or something. But I asked him if I could use it for recording, and he said it'd be fine. I bought him some new strings and restringed it for him, and put some elixirs on there. I like those for acoustic guitar. And yeah, the thing sounded good, and so and I appreciate that, because I know the guitar sounds good, but it's my job as an engineer, when I record it, to make sure that I capture the good sound. And I was pleased with how the guitar came out. I thought it sounded good, and so thanks for confirming that. I'm glad to hear it went well. Thanks, Chad and Stan. Appreciate the applause. And thanks, Chad. Yeah, I'll look forward to hearing to you about the block party stuff, and I hope we can work something out. So thank you so much. Christopher just subscribed to Chad's channel, so awesome. That's great. And yeah, thank you so much. So, well, guys, I appreciate you all tuning in and hanging out. And again, I'll continue to do these streams once a week, every Thursday. Give you a little sneak peek. I think next week, let's see, next week, what are we doing? Okay, next week is going to be request a song and Q&A. So if you have any questions for me, or if you'd like to, you get to choose the set list. So whatever song of mine you'd like to hear me play, you can let me know. So I enjoyed you tuning in this week, and if you can, try to tune in next week. So thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to, whoops, sorry, 1 second. There we go. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support me, I'm posting a link in the chat now, and there's a link in the description to a virtual tip jar, and I certainly appreciate any of the support. I'm continuing to try to grow this. It's exciting seeing the community grow, and I definitely, I can't do this without you guys, and so I appreciate your support, and it really means a lot. So, anything helps. If you don't have the financial means to support me, there's another link in the description that I'm posting in the chat. My biggest goal right now is building an audience. So some ways you can help me do that. It helps to just share my music, share my videos, so that other people can see them and hear them. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, leave comments, all that stuff helps, and inviting people to the streams, all that just kind of helps it grow and helps get the word out, and so I appreciate that support. And maybe most importantly, if you'd like to stay up to date and notified with, whenever I have a new song release or whenever I'm going live and that stuff, be sure to subscribe to my email list, and all kinds of updates. I'm working on a lot of things, like with the business side of stuff. I'm trying to make preparations for merch. Some of you have already had a little sneak peek of that, but that's coming soon. And so, to be informed about all that stuff, be sure to sign up for my email list, link in the description. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I can never say enough how much I appreciate you, and I do enjoy these streams. And I'm always looking to improve and do better. And so, definitely let me know, what you enjoy most about these streams, and I'll continue to try to bring you bigger and better content. And I'm working on a new song, hoping to bring you a new song soon. So I'm really excited about that. But just wrapping up, a few final things. Yep, Chris says that was really good. I love it. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. Appreciate you, man. Always appreciate you stopping by. Keep sticking with guitar, and excited to see where you get with your journey in that. Thanks for stopping by, Daniel. You have a good night, and you take care. I appreciate you so much, brother. Got to eat. See you tomorrow. Yep. See you, Stan. You take care. Chad, appreciate you tuning in. I know you're a busy guy. You there's a lot to get around, but you're again. I appreciate you and your support for the music community, and and thank you so much for tuning. I'm glad you're able to tune in for a stream, and hopefully you enjoyed it. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, or morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. Until next time.